Number 9. Number 8 is my last pitcher on the list, and that is Cy Young. There's a reason the award's named after him, guys. He's won over 500 games. Plain and simple. Boom. Ends the argument. Discussion's over. Cy Young. Number 8. Number 7. Hamlin Hank Aaron. Hamlin Hank Aaron. People out there is going to say, why don't you have him in the top 3? Well, once again, the stats just don't show it. Yes, he hit 755 home runs, but Henry Aaron played a long time. A lot more games than all these other guys. A lot more games. I mean, he's right up there with Pete Rose. The number of games played. But Henry Aaron was one hell of a ball player, guys. I'm going to see if I can't find his, y'all shoot me his statistics, 162 statistics we pulled up there. All right, there we go. 1971 was his best season ever. 47 home runs, 118 RBIs. Had a batting average of 327 with a 410 on base percentage, a slugging percentage of 669. That's a good year. That's a real good year. Check this out. Check this out. Doubles. Remember what DiMaggio and Mantle had? 32, 36. He had 31 on 162 game average. Home runs. Remember what they had? 32, 36, 37 for Mr. Aaron. He does have him by about 10 RBIs a season. Stolen bases, he has them by 2. One had 10, other had 12. Batting average, he's got Mantle by a few points, by like 7 points. On base percentage, he's actually a little below Mantle, but Mantle had received a lot of walks. Quite a few walks, actually. Hits, whoa, I mean, he's up there. He's got 3,771 hits. And he's that's one of the reasons, you know, that I move him above quite a few of these other guys on the list. That statistically, if you figure over per season, they look about the same. You know, really, they look about the same. But he does have career numbers like 755 home runs, the 2,297 RBIs, the 3,771 hits, and stuff, so on and so forth. Played in almost 3,300 games, I think it. So, yeah, I had no problem at all putting him at number 7. And number 6, a man that got cheated. Okay, well, when I say he got cheated, we didn't get to see. We missed possibly what could have been a little bit better career than what was already a great career, and that is Lou Gehrig, the Iron Man. The Iron Horse himself, Lou Gehrig. His numbers were phenomenal. Plain and simple, his numbers are phenomenal, guys. When you start looking at seasons, his numbers are just, they're out there in the league of their own. They really are. Take a guy like Gehrig, he didn't quite hit the 500 home run plateau. I think it was like 5 off, something like that, 6 off, 7, somewhere in there. But you're talking about a guy that played well over 1,000 less games than Aaron and all them guys. He almost hit the 3,000 hit plateau. You know, he was only a 7-time All-Star. He was a 2-time MVP and 2-time runner-up. Just score all runs. That's runs. Some of his best seasons are just off the charts. For instance, 47 home runs, 173 RBIs, a 373 batting average, a 474 on base percentage in 27, 28 turned right around, done the same thing almost, 374 batting average, 31, 46 home runs, 185 RBIs, 341 batting average, 446 on base percentage, turns around 34 and it's 49 home runs, 166 RBIs, you know, and it just goes on and on. If you want to start looking at his numbers over that 162 game schedule. Now this is where the upper echelon comes in, guys. The upper echelon, doubles, 40. Above and beyond everybody else. Triples, 12. I mean, he's in double digits. Ain't nobody else been close. All right, yeah, nobody else been close yet. Home runs, 37. Yes, that's pretty close to identical. All right, runs scored, 141 a year on average. That is way, 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 way up there. All right, above them guys. Here we go. How about this one? RBIs. 149 point to be exact. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Over 162 game season. This is what this man would have averaged over his career. That's crazy. That's crazy numbers. Batting average, 346. 346. All right. On base percentage, 450. Yeah. He's got the digits, guys. He's got the numbers. How he's a 7-time All-Star in 17 years, I do not know. Oh, yeah, I do. That's right. He played with another guy that you're going to hear on this list in just a little bit, right beside him almost his entire career. So you'll start to see a little bit more why. Next on the list is the Say Hey Kid. It's Mr. Say Hey Kid, Mr. Willie Mays himself. Well, really, 660 home runs. I mean, does it get... What do we need to say? What's got to be said right here, right? I mean, honestly. What is there to say? I mean, he's the Say Hey Kid, right? Plain and simple, guys. He's the man. That's it. Willie Mays. Hey, let's look at his numbers, guys. You know, let's just see what he could do. You know, over a 62 game season. What does he do? Well, yeah, 302 batting average, you know. 384 on base percentage over the season. So them ain't fantastic numbers. He's a 2-time MVP, 2-time runner-up. He's an 11-time Gold Glove winner. Okay? 28 doubles. Pretty close to normal. 36 home runs average. That's right on the track. 103. Right on the track. His stolen bases are a little bit up there, a little bit above them, but they're at 18. They're not much above them. 79 walks a season. It wasn't a lot of walks. The 302 average, 384 on base percentage. The Say Hey Kid, you know, had over 3,200 and something hits. 3280, I think, something like that. 3270 something, 3280 something, somewhere in that area. Shoot on the screen. Brian, thank you, Brian. That's 3,283 hits from the Say Hey Kid. Played 22 seasons, almost 22 seasons. Actually, played about 20 years total. You missed one for injury. Then the last couple in New York, there wasn't really seasons, you know. Not by his standard, but... We're on to number 4, and boy, I know I'm going to catch some flack for this one, but I'm going with Mr. Barry Bonds, guys. I'm going with the Say Hey Kid's godson himself, Mr. Barry Bonds. Say what you want about him. All right. He played in 2,900 games in this league. And that in itself is crazy. It's crazy. 762 home runs, 2,000 RBIs. Career batting average of 300. A career on base percentage of right at 450. Man, this is nuts. 7-time MVP. You heard me. 7-time MVP. Okay? This is the guy that batted over 370. When he was right at, 37, 38 years old? Somewhere in that area? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he was probably on performance-enhancing drugs. All right, let's break his numbers down over this, that long haul. There's that 300 average or 299 point, and let's go on down to doubles. Right on track, 33. Home runs. I'm gonna say upper echelon. We go from that 32, 33, 34, 35 number, 41. Over 162 game season before you step up to Barry Bonds. 108 RBIs. And here's where the difference starts really coming in, guys. 28 stolen bases. This guy was a 30-30 man for so long before he was ever accused of being on PEDs. He was an all-star, a perennial all-star, way before he was accused of PEDs. Did Barry Bonds, was he on PEDs? Yeah. I mean, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck, guys. I mean, that's just how it is. And but does that take away from the fact that he's possibly one of the greatest ball players that's ever picked up a bat, that's ever, strapped a Velcro on a pair of batting gloves, ever chewed on his leather out there in the outfield, No, it doesn't. It doesn't take away from that. So, that's my number 4. Upset me all you want. I'm here to take the punishment. You got the number. That's 762-383-5106. 762-383-5106. Call me. I'm live on the air on several stations. And the only places that it's delayed is on social media, some social media spots and part of the podcast areas. All right, guys. Number 3, an asshole himself, Mr. Tyrus Cobb. Ty Cobb. Fellas, there's some stats I'm going to read off to you as soon as they get them on my screen right here that will just blow your mind. Okay? For Mr. Ty Cobb. This guy was unbelievable. When I say unbelievable, unbelievable. Listen to this. You've heard of Triple Crown winners? In 1909, Ty Cobb led the majors in runs scored at 116, hits 216, home runs only 9, but you're talking about 1909. RBIs 107, stolen bases 76, batting average 377, on base percentage 431, slugging percentage 557, total bases at 300. He led the majors in every one of them categories. Hi guys, he didn't even get voted an MVP for that year. He did not even get voted. He wasn't even voted for. How? Why? How did that happen? He won 1 MVP in his career. Here's a man that played in less games. When I say less games, I'm talking about right at 1,000 less games than Pete Rose. And 42.56 to 41.89. Ain't that big? There's 70-something more hits. Here's a man with a career batting average of 366. 366. Huh? What? Yeah, that's right. He didn't have a lot of home runs, but his RBI numbers were there. Okay? This guy averaged over 130 runs a game. He averaged 225 hits a year. Alright? He averaged 40-something doubles. 20 triples. Just 6 home runs, 6-point-something home runs. 103 RBIs. 50 stolen bases a year. Man, I kid you not. 366 batting average and 433 on base percentage. Okay? And he had right at 4,200 hit, guys. It's Ty Cobb, man. Tyrus Cobb was a beast. 1909 he did that. Remember what I said? He was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 crown winner, not triple crown winner. He was the 10 crown winner. He won the triple crown easy. Home runs, RBIs, stolen base, and batting average. Hold on. Stay tight. He did it again in 11. He did it again in 12. But in 2011, 2012, he had back-to-back plus 400 seasons. He batted 420 in 2011. Okay? With 127 RBIs, 83 stolen bases. 83. Did you just hear what I said? 83 stolen bases. Okay? 467 on base percentage. 367 total bases that year. Oh my gosh, man, this guy could play ball. I mean, he could play ball, guys. Ty Cobb is one of the most underappreciated baseball players in the history of the game and is definitely one of the top 3 players to ever play the game. At number 2, coming to you in just a few minutes.